IIM Ranchi came up with their IPM program last year itself. So there are a lot of uncertainty among the students whether to join the program or not, and XYZ about the same. So in order to solve all your queries, we have Bhavesh on board, who is currently in IIM Ranchi.
Hi Aditya, thank you so much for having me. All the views that I express over here are mine and mine alone, and they're not affiliated with my college. So yeah, let's start.
So firstly, we all wanted to know, as IIM Ranchi first announced its IPM program, they were taking SAT scores only. But later on, they changed it to SAT, IPMAT and jipmat scores. But again, that was changed to SAT and IPMAT Indore scores. So we wanted to know which one did you give and how did you prepare for it?
I gave only the IPMAT exam. And I didn't do the best, and my preparation strategy is not something that must be copied by people. I studied in the last 30 days. Do not do that. Start preparing now. The competition is increasing day by day. What did I do? I binge watched Swapnil Sir's lectures. I solved the corresponding sheets, gave a lot of mocks. Really not much thought into it, not the most scientific method of going about it and seeing how to maximize the efficiency of time. I had a good base. I just doubled down on it as much as possible and every day. In the last 1 week, I did like 80% of the preparation. And because of that, I was able to get 117 out of 240. I could not clear the cutoffs of the MCQ. And in that, I got 19 out of 21, which was the minimum required. Luckily, IIM Ranchi took the aggregate score. Their cutoff was 110. I got 117. And I believe that it was my personal interview, which then allowed me to secure an admission over there.
As you mentioned, you gave IPMAT Indore. So how did you go about different sections in that?
Alright, so different sections. Initially, I was very scared about the short answer, क्योंकि MCQ में लगा था, okay, data interpretation आएगा, 4 questions, 16 marks confirmed, but okay, that also did not go well. So when I started writing the exam, short answer surprisingly, I was able to do 5 questions right. And 6th one, I had a doubt, but I got the answer, but I could not complete it on time. And I was happy. I'm like, okay, wait, I can do this. I know maths. How is that possible? Because I was not the strongest at maths. I just had good calculation speed, but not the strongest in terms of approaching and thinking logically. Then the MCQ section came. Data interpretation में तो बहुत खराब हुआ. I wasted 10-15 minutes there. I do not recollect ठीक से. And after that, my motivation just went to zero. I was able to do 1 log question. And at the end, I'm like, listen, God, I'm going to solve 6-7 questions randomly. Collect ho jao. And hey, 19 out of 19 mila. And that is that. And then in verbal ability, I was good in English. Solved it, it was like a breeze, and the mocks really helped me because all the questions felt like Saksham had made it for me. And it was very similar to the mock exams that I had given for English, like very, very similar. I believe even 1 word or 2 words were the same in the mock and the same thing appeared there. And I also noticed a lot of questions came from the WPME. And hey, that is how I approached the different sections of the IPMAT exam. But for preparation, I did not prepare for verbal ability. I'm like, ho jayega, English malum hai. But I got only 78 when the cutoff was 70. So it could be very, very risky if I had gotten 2 questions wrong. So do not do that. Give attention to every single section अच्छे से. And verbal ability is something that comes like a bouncer. High cutoffs and people just get really scared.
Talking about mocks, what was the strategy?
My mock strategy. Go. I did not get that much pressurized by time. The first mock I gave was without studying anything. Saksham was like, you have to get at least 250 out of 400. And I think I got around 150-ish. And that was not the best score. And after that, Saksham was like, Palai kar lo. I'm like, kal dunga. He's like, kar lo. I'm like, kal dunga. I didn't do. Last 30 days, I'm like, okay, kal dunga ab. And I gave a mock. I answered the questions that I knew first. Cool. And then when the time was remaining, I tried, solving them. Nahi hua to, I was trying to eliminate and come to a logical answer that could be an answer. And like that, I was solving, and that was my strategy. And to analyze the mocks, and this is the most important step, you need to write down the mistakes that you're making, fix it, learn it once more, solve 10-15 questions about that. And it's then afterwards it's impossible to forget that, because you know, okay, I made this mistake, and it's very hard to commit the same mistake twice. And what else? When I actually started taking my preparation seriously, I made a framework of how to answer questions, and that helped me a lot. I maintained 2 notebooks, one for solving questions and one where I had only the notes and formula, and one example question for every formula. That helped me a lot. And because of that, my number systems became really good. And hey, that's my 2 cents on that.
One of the most frequently asked question which I have been getting a lot is SAT versus IPMAT Indore. Which one should they give to get into IIM Ranchi?
You need to give both if you want to maximize your chances. The entire admission process is very opaque. I know people who got 1550 in SAT who were not taken into consideration. It could be because of a bad 10th and 12th grade mark. But again, it's not really my answer. You have to give both of them and see which works out in your favor.
What are the best books for IPMAT preparation who are doing self-study, and does self-preparation really suffice?
Self-preparation is the best thing to do. And even when you join a coaching, you're going to prepare on your own, because we'll only be giving resources and materials. We won't be making you sit down and study. Sure, we will have live classes, but again, in that, you cannot really make a person accountable to the maximum degree available. Only a parent can do that, or only you can do that to yourself. The books which Swapnil recommends, and obviously I'm going to follow what he says because I'm not the one to be consulted about mathematics. He recommends Aditya Sharma, and many people also follow Arun Sharma, and those questions are CAT level, but it gives you a good exposure of the formulas and the various concepts that you would need to study. But hey, self-promotion, I believe that these books are going to build your concepts the best way possible, and I stick to that because I did follow that, and I was able to learn concepts that I never knew before very quickly. Because if you want to solve IPMAT level questions and learn how to approach them, you need to have a good basis, right? How do you make a basis? You need to solve basic level questions first. Once you get good at that, your accuracy increases, your time for solving decreases, and it just makes you a powerhouse who can solve IPMAT and other BBA entrance examinations. And for English, Word Power Made Easy is the best book. I don't have it with me right now, but that book is so good. And ACE IPM is also making a quiz of WPME that if you can answer all the questions right, you don't have to read the book. You are good. But if you can't, you will have to read the book. So because the time is also not much for your exam, it will be a great test to gauge your English skills. And hopefully that will be out very soon.
As of now, how is your experience studying in IIM Ranchi for the IPM program?
Alright, so this could be a bouncer. As a commerce student, it was very surprising to find that half of your batch is from the PCM background. And obviously, it's going to be easier for them to crack the examination. And you do know that IPM is a holistic, all-round, multifaceted curriculum. You have arts, commerce, and science. सुनने में अच्छा लगता है, but जाने में class में when you sit and you have to read physics, you're like, wait, where did I come? Is this where I want to be? But it was a huge shock. But hey, it makes sense after a while. And the program and the curriculum is developing as we progress, and the teachers are amazing. The faculty is so good, like, dude, they are so, you have that sense of like approachability which is available with them. You're not scared of them. You're not going to be afraid of saying a wrong answer. And that's why like half of my class has their videos on and they have their hands on in Zoom and everyone is dying to speak. So the entire experience is A+.
What were the backup colleges you were looking into if you failed to get into your desired college?
Alright. So I do have international certificates in animation, and that is why I was looking for ECE admission. And last year, there was one seat in the Hindu college for animation. I'm like, that will be my backup or the main equivalent. But this year, when I joined, that seat was removed. So my backup went away. The other college that I had for backup was all the top 20 colleges that I applied abroad but didn't get selected. I did get waitlisted in a few. So IIM Ranchi was my only option. And I have no qualms with it. And I do suggest people to not do what I'm doing. My initial idea was कि gap year लूंगा, explore करूंगा, find who I am, work on things, but my family was definitely not in favor of that. I will definitely suggest कि हर एग्जाम दो, experience मिलेगा, and at this point of time, everyone is like सिर्फ इंदौर जाऊंगा, सिर्फ SRC से जाऊंगा और नॉर्थ कैंपस जाऊंगा. But after the results come out, they'll be like, hey, Rohtak is not that bad. Your NMIMS is actually good, yo. So that also comes. Don't start judging colleges. People were judging Rohtak in my batch that time. When I was given the entrance exam in ACE IPM, some kids were judging Rohtak. Okay, ho, Rohtak, yo, Indore is my only goal. But when they didn't get selected by Rohtak, they were like, hey, okay, reality check. So what I'm saying is, don't stop applying yourself. Apply kar do, nahi jane to mat jao. But this is a question that should come after you get selected in all your colleges.
Is sabbatical offered in IIM Ranchi? And if it is offered, what are the benefits of taking sabbatical?
This is a very subjective question. Is it offered? I'm not sure. But they do plan on offering it because colleges would want to retain their best talent and not have them go away after 3 years. The benefits are endless because it allows you to not be contained and fixed in one single platform for 5 years of your life. If you can skip after 3 years while having a safety net, it allows you to experiment and gives you the freedom to fail. And that is why sabbatical is a very good positive note on my end. And if anyone from IIM Ranchi is watching it, I would highly recommend to implement sabbaticals. Honestly, it's like a running joke within my friend scheme. I'm going to take a sabbatical after term 1 क्योंकि college काफी हो गया मेरे लिए. Because the way college is, it's going to make you sit and study things that you don't want to study, which is good. Because I'm not someone who reads a lot of books. But college made me sit down and read 50 pages ka PDF one night before the class. And I appreciate my college for giving me the habit of reading.
With that being said, we have come to the end of the video. My last question to you is, can you describe a bit about the course curriculum of IPM program offered by IIM Ranchi?
Alright. So term 1, science, which is nothing but physics. I don't like physics. And then you have mathematics, which is all about matrices. I don't like mathematics. But again, I'm saying it as a joke, obviously. I did fall in love with RREF and the Gaussian, elimination, Jordan, all that thing. And it was fun when you were able to see the practical use cases which was given to us. And the entire thing is that participation matters a lot. Because you have your peers who come from all over India, and all of them are international Olympiad medalists. They are 3D designers, they are coders, programmers, stock exchange experts. And they are so goddamn talented, and it's always going to be competitive. And we also have a curved grading. So this might be a shocker to many people. Even if you get 90 plus in your exam, it might not be an A grade. The top 5% get A grade, then the next 10% get a B grade, next 10 get a different grade, and so on. So that is how curved grading works. So it's going to be highly competitive. And because of that, you push yourself to work well in the multimedia projects, in the group projects, in the assignments, in the presentations, in the midterm exams. One more thing about Ranchi is that they focus a lot on giving us enough ample free time so that we can work on our things, our projects, and what we want to accomplish in life. It allows me to focus on my ventures, and for that, I am eternally grateful. Our college schedule is just right. It's not too hectic, it's not too lenient, it's perfect. And for people who are looking to apply for IIM Ranchi, I definitely give them the green signal key. Apply kar do. It's going to be fun. And the campus is also almost ready, and I believe that people who come subsequently will get to enjoy that campus, unlike us who have been in the homes for way too long. But yeah, we'll also get our chance in the subsequent months. Hopefully, plain everything goes well. So stay safe, all of you. Thank you so much for inviting me, Aditya, and I hope all of you have a great day. Bye-bye.
So guys, that was it from our side. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, share if you found this video helpful, comment down your views, subscribe our channel and also follow us on Instagram, Telegram, link is again in the description. Thank you.